Hey, we're back with another meal, and we're gonna try to do this quickly tonight. It's actually a pretty quick meal anyway, but it's Halloween night. And there's probably gonna be people ringing the doorbell, making our dogs go nuts here soon, so I'm gonna try to get this done quickly. So we're having broccoli cheddar cheese soup. Really good for a cold, windy night like it is tonight, rainy and cold and nasty. So we're gonna start out with, we got butter, we got chicken broth, we've got cheese, of course, for the cheddar cheese soup. We've got broccoli, about 2 cups chopped up there. I have about 1 cup of chopped up onion. We got flour, and that's pretty much it, what we're gonna use. So we'll get to it before the kids start ringing our doorbell and driving us all crazy. So they said to have 2 cups of butter, cubed up. And the pan's already heated up. Get that going already so that the butter will start melting quickly. All right, 2 cups of butter. 1 stick is, 1 cup of butter. 2 sticks of butter is 1 cup. So 1 cup of butter. We have, is that butter melting? As we get that broken up a little bit so it melts faster. And we're going to put the onions in. Okay, more onions. 1 cup of onions. And we let the onions saute in the butter for just a couple minutes. Really good and heated up and a little translucent. That is sauteing. I'm going to have a teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of salt, and a cup of flour all stirred in. So teaspoon salt, teaspoon pepper, and 1 cup of flour. Now you gotta make sure you keep stirring the flour around in there because that will start caking up if we're not careful. Let that kind of blend up in there. All right, let that heat for a minute, and then we have 3 cups of chicken broth and 4 cups of milk. So we have our chicken broth. 1, 2, 3, and I'll tell you, so it actually called for half of all this, but I'm doubling the recipe because I think it's going to be good. I'm going to want more than just a couple of servings it said. So it actually said for 2 cups of milk, but we're going to put in 4 because we're doubling everything. But if you want to make it for half of that, for a small group, that's fine too. All right, 4 cups of milk. Stir that in, turn the heat up a little bit. Get that to go into boil. And it should take a couple of minutes to kind of thicken up just a bit. So while that's doing that, as I always say, clean and put stuff away while you're going, because once you've eaten and you're fat, dumb, and happy, you don't want to have to get up and then do dishes. So try to do as much as you can ahead of time, putting things away, cleaning things up, throw stuff in the sink. Come back and keep stirring. Don't want it to scorch. Milk will scorch if you let it sit for too long with the heat, so you want to make sure you don't do that. All right, so we gotta let that sit for another minute or so. I know that once again I'm using vegetables in your meal, but it's okay. It's a good way to have some other food besides cheese pizzas or pepperoni pizzas or something. It's good and good for you. Get some veggies in there. Not particularly low-fat meal with, I'm using whole milk and we're using cheddar cheese, but that's okay, it's gonna be tasty. And I'm gonna end up using at least 2 cups of cheddar cheese, because it's cheese. And if you haven't learned by now, as far as I'm concerned, you can't have just cheese. Cup ready. Our dogs are smelling this already and trying to get into the kitchen. My wonderful wife is using her body to block the dogs from getting in. Oh yeah, hello. What you making, Dad? Can I have some? I like cheese. That to a boil here, hopefully. And once it's boiling, we'll let it sit for a minute or so, and then we'll add the broccoli, and then we add the cheese in at the very last. All right, so you can see it's just starting to boil. It's gotten a little bit thicker. It's almost a soup all by itself right now. All right, so with that, we will put in our broccoli. About 2 cups of broccoli. Depends on how broccoli-ish you want it. And let the broccoli heat through. Now, I use fresh broccoli. It says you can use frozen broccoli, but if you do that, then it's going to take a little bit longer for the broccoli to soften up like it needs to be in the soup. Let's see, it's getting thick. Get out, get can see that the mixture is bubbling at the edges there, so again, make sure you're scraping along the bottom, not letting anything sit for too long in one place. Want to scald or scorch. All right, and with that, it's time for the cheese, the best part. 1 cup. Okay, 2 cups. Maybe a little more. Okay, maybe 3 cups. Okay. Cheese. Oh, and some spilled over here. We can't let that go to waste. So, cheese. Cheese. Gotta turn the heat down on this and start stirring all the cheese in. We're actually going to, at this point, take it off of the heat. Turned off the stove. And with that, it's like in Toy Story where the claw and like, yeah, okay. Okay. Zealots, let go. The claw. Oh my. Okay. I think we'll do this. Aha, a new tool. A flat spatula that I can stir without it hooking. Oh, look at that. There we go. All right, we have cheddar cheese soup with broccoli. Broccoli cheddar soup. So now, of course, comes the part where you have to taste it, and now it's called your mouth. Okay, yeah, that works. There you go. It took 15-20 minutes total. Yeah, 20 minutes by the time you chop everything up, but that really didn't take much. All it took was for long enough for liquid to boil. So there we go. We will ladle out some cheddar cheese broccoli soup. Oops, gonna make a mess. And cheddar cheese broccoli soup, good and good for you. That's it, nice cold soup again, or warm soup for cold nights in this coming fall and winter. So there you go, we'll see you next time.